Let's talk about a question. A simple, everyday business question that could, believe it or not, literally bring your entire company to its knees. Sounds a bit dramatic, right? Well, in the world of data, asking the right question in the wrong place is a shockingly common disaster. Today, we're going to break down why that is and, more importantly, how to fix it.
All right, so to really get this, I'm going to tell you a story. It's a classic tech horror story. And the scary part is, it happens all the time. It all starts on a completely normal day.
So, picture this. It's Monday morning. You know the drill. You've just grabbed your coffee, you're settling in at your desk, everything's feeling pretty calm. The calm before the storm.
And then, ping, an email from the CEO. And it's a totally reasonable question, right? What was our revenue last quarter by region and product category? I mean, that's what a CEO should be asking. Seems harmless enough.
So you do what you're paid to do. You write up a bit of code to get the answer, and you hit run. Now here is the critical, fatal detail. You're running this on the production database. This is the live system, the beating heart of the company. It's the thing that's taking customer orders, right now, in real time.
And you wait. You know, a few seconds tick by. Okay. Then a minute. Then 90 seconds. And you start to get that awful sinking feeling in your stomach. You know the one. A simple report should not be taking this long. Something's definitely wrong. And then, bam, alarms start blaring. A big red critical alert flashes on your screen. The production database, the one handling all those live customers, is at 100% CPU. It's completely pegged. It's spending every last bit of its brainpower on your question, and it has nothing left for anything else.
And that leads to this, the absolute worst-case scenario. Because the database is completely choked, it can't process any new orders. Customers trying to check out on your website, they're just getting error pages. For all intents and purposes, the business has just slammed to a halt. The website is down.
And the damage? It's instant. And it's ugly. In just the 10 minutes it takes for everyone to scramble, kill your query, and get the systems back online, the company has lost $50,000. Gone. All because of one simple question.
So, that's the big question here, right? How on earth did one simple analytical question cause a complete and total meltdown? Well, the answer comes down to using the wrong tool for the job, a fundamental misunderstanding of what a database is really for.
Okay, to make this crystal clear, let's use an analogy. Let's forget about computers entirely for a minute. Just think about two places that have books, a busy bookstore and a giant research library.
Now, what's fascinating here is how differently these two places work. The bookstore, it's all about speed. It's about transactions. You want this book? Great. Scan, pay, you're out the door, next. It's designed to handle thousands of people doing one tiny fast thing. But the research library, that's a totally different beast. It's built for deep thinking. You go there to ask these huge, complex questions like, show me every single book written about ancient Rome, sorted by author, published in the last 50 years. You'd never ask a busy cashier to do that, right? They are just two different systems for two totally different jobs.
All right, now let's bring that analogy back into the tech world because it maps perfectly onto two different kinds of database systems, OLTP and OLAP.
First up, we've got OLTP. That stands for Online Transaction Processing. This is your digital bookstore. It's that live database that's running all the day-to-day stuff, handling those customer orders. And in our little horror story, this is the system we accidentally brought to its knees.
And on the other side, you have OLAP, which is Online Analytical Processing. You guessed it, this is your research library. It is a completely separate database built from the ground up for one thing, analysis. For asking those big, hairy, complex questions, exactly like the one our CEO asked.
And this table just lays it all out so perfectly. Look at the purpose. OLTP is for running the business. OLAP is for understanding the business. And the queries, OLTP handles simple writes like one customer bought one item. OLAP handles complex aggregations like sum up all sales across all regions. You can see why using one for the other's job is just a recipe for disaster. It's like trying to use a race car to haul lumber.
So, okay, if we need this separate library to ask our big questions, how do we actually build it? Well, that's where this thing called a data warehouse comes in.
The process is actually really simple and kind of elegant. Every night, usually when things are quiet and not many customers are online, a little automated process kicks off.
First, it extracts a fresh copy of all the day's data from the live bookstore. Then, it loads that raw copy into our library, the data warehouse. And finally, and this is the magic part, it transforms the data. It cleans it up, organizes it, and gets it ready for analysis. So when you come in the next morning to ask your big question, a lot of the work is already done.
Okay, now for the grand finale. Let's rewind the clock back to that disastrous Monday morning. But this time, we have a data warehouse. This time, we have the right tool for the job.
Remember this nightmare? Running that query on the live database, 5 minutes of waiting, followed by a total system crash. Just awful.
But now, check this out. We run the exact same question, but this time we point it at our library, the data warehouse. And the result? 3 seconds. No crash, no $50,000 lost. The live website doesn't even blink. The CEO gets their answer instantly, and customers just keep on shopping. That is the power of separating your analysis from your operations.
It all boils down to this. This is the one thing you need to remember from all of this. You don't analyze the books in the front of the shop while customers are in line trying to buy them. It's that simple. You do your deep research in the library, away from the hustle and bustle.
And trust me, this isn't just some abstract idea. This is how the modern world is built. You think Netflix just guesses what you want to watch? Nope. They analyze 1 trillion with a T events every day in their data warehouse. Airbnb, Uber, Spotify. They all rely on massive data warehouses to understand their business and personalize your experience. This stuff is running behind the scenes everywhere. So let's bring it all home. Your business, my business, every business, our data has stories to tell. Incredibly valuable stories. But the key is making sure you have a quiet place, a library, where you can actually listen to them without setting the main store on fire. So the question I'll leave you with is this: are you listening in the right place?